I don't know. After hearing him calm and talking about the tether story, it's probable.
Let's go down to the county attorney's office. I think you'll find a lot of humans down there.
All right.
No disrespect.
Stop driving.
I'm flirting with the judge in front of my dad.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Friday, it's the weekend. Yeah. All right, that's about it's excited as I'm gonna get. Yeah. So we got some good ones. We got a lot of Judge Simpson clips in this video. Two from his landlord-tenant cases today. Got a quick clip from him last Friday, and then I have the videos that froze from last night's video. So yeah, that's what's in store. But these first two clips, I mean, oh man, I don't know how you have this much attitude when you're looking to the court for help. I don't. Before we get into it though, you know what to do. Like and subscribe, and if you haven't already, jump kick backflip. Let's go.
Harbor One West versus John C. Hyman.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Cheryl Walkoff on behalf of the plaintiff.
John, I do remember that. Is there an update on that? I never went back and watched it. I didn't go back and watch it. I should have. I don't. Yeah, it just slipped my mind. Did something happen? Hold on. I should bring this up. Let's see. I'll show everyone what we're talking about. Yeah. Yep. I remember. If you have an update, let me know.
Mr. Hyman?
Yes.
All right. And where are we on this? Because there's a Section 8
Your Honor.
issue.
Yes. There was a Section 8 issue. His Section 8 was terminated due to criminal activity. The defendant indicated last week that he was working on resolving this with Section 8, and I had requested a judgment last week. You gave him a week to come up with some type of resolution or paperwork or something to show that.
Okay, now, Your Honor, what she's saying about the new charges, it was for a felony assault that I was found that was dismissed, Your Honor. And I got the paperwork for that. And it's
that's fine.
It's the technical.
I'm more worried about your Section 8 termination.
I know. That's why they terminated me, because of this, because it's a technical error. They got no data. Section 8 got no data on the information on that case. So they don't know if it's terminated.
Are they reinstating your Section 8?
Yes, I got a hearing to provide the same paperwork I got now, Your Honor.
When is the hearing?
I don't have no control of the hearing, but they set the hearing to December 6th.
Whoa, it's not gonna work.
Whoa.
So I've been talking to, they've been emailing me, and I went down to the office and talked to the office about this, to see if the office can contact them, because, they set me a hearing to present the same paperwork that they technically terminated me. They terminated me for not having, or because they don't have the correct information for, Your Honor. And I got it. I went down to the courthouse to get it, and I faxed it to them already. So I don't know why they gave me that long court date, or not court date, but that long hearing date. I don't know why they gave me that long hearing date. And this is,
but you, sir.
Yes.
You got to make sure that they get that information to the landlord, because the landlord's entitled to a judgment at this point in time because rent hasn't been paid.
Melanie, generally Section 8 is given out to parents. So the kids have to live in the house. At least that's how I understand it. I've never been on it, so I don't know. But I believe you have to have kids to be on Section 8. So I'm guessing he has kids. That's my assumption. Not a lawyer. That's just from the information I know about it.
I mean, I went down to the office and I gave them the same information. So I mean, this was just yesterday. So they have the same information that they faxed over. And they emailed.
Sir, do you have something that says you have a hearing date on December 1st or December whatever?
I mean, I can email. Yes, it was emailed, but I can email my apartment complex because yes, it was emailed through my housing complex.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do, but because this figure is just going to go higher, how much rent is owing, Ms. Lucca?
Your Honor, at this point, including court costs, it's $4,563.84.
And they normally pay the rent. They always normally pay the balance when these mishaps happen. So it ain't just not, they're not just not gonna pay the balance.
Well,
It's
Your
just
Honor,
that
my concern, I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. Hyman.
I'm just fixing this technical error that is not my fault for them not having the information on me on a charge that I'm innocent of. It's not
All right,
my
Your
fault.
Honor, here's the problem. The problem is it actually is the defendant's fault because the defendant didn't respond. I mean, this has gone on. This has been months and months and
I
months.
wasn't able to respond, Your Honor. You know that I wasn't able to respond because it was an issue that needed to be fixed with the mailboxes that was kept getting to, that was easy access. And I said that at court hearing, and I went down to the office and complained about
Mr.
this.
Hyman.
Yes.
Did you tell the people, look,
Your Honor,
you're not going to talk over me. That's never going to happen. Did you tell the people at Section 8 the predicament that you're in with this rent?
yes. I'm waiting on it.
What did they say?
I'm waiting on the email as we speak. They set, Your Honor, they set this hearing to December 6th, and I immediately emailed them and told them that that's not possible if I'm facing eviction. I already sent them my eviction paperwork because they had already been paying my rent. Your Honor, this came out of the blue because I haven't been getting my paperwork. So I wasn't able to get started with any of this process until I received the eviction notice on my door.
All right, Mr. Hyman, here's what I'm going to do. There isn't a tribal issue at this point for the court to do. I don't know the ruling from Section 8. I'm going to grant the judgment to the plaintiff so we can lock in at least the figure. You got to figure out how to get to those people at Section 8 that they will indicate that they will pay this back balance. That's what I need from them.
Okay.
Also going to suggest to you that you do is legal aid has walk-in hours, and you can walk in to speak to them on Tuesdays between 10 to 11:30.
1 second, Your Honor, I'm writing this down.
Okay.
Take your time.
And
Not like you're wasting anyone's time.
Said, Your Honor, what was that again?
Which part?
Not the legal aid part, the very first part.
I'm giving, you need to get something from them, telling everybody that they'll pay the back balance if what you say is correct as to the termination. That's the first thing. The next thing I'm going to tell you is that you need to go talk to the folks at Legal Aid. They have walk-in hours at 15 South Washington in Ipsy on Tuesdays between 10 to 11:30 and on Thursdays between 2 to 3:30. And you need to take all your paperwork down there to try to talk to them. But in the interim, I'm going to give the judgment because this balance is going to go up come Wednesday.
What was I'm sorry, you said Thursday. What was Thursday? That Thursday time?
Days between 2 to 3:30. And I will, so that you have time to at least have that looked at, I'll extend your writ date in consideration of granting judgment to the 13th of November. But you've got to get down there. You've got to get all that paperwork, Mr. Hyman.
I will. I'm constantly talking to him, so it ain't like I'm not doing nothing, y'all.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Arbor 1.
All right. Before we start the next case, I'll answer this question. ML, Pencola. My name. It's a joke. So when I first started watching other YouTube creators and jumping in the chats, I actually had my real name as my name. And one of the YouTubers that I followed, Irish Demon, kept calling me Cromwell instead of what my last name actually was. So when he realized that after about a month of watching him, he started calling me Colin, definitely not Cromwell. So as a joke, I changed my name to it. And just never changed it back. People got to know me as Colin, definitely not Cromwell. So I just never changed it. That's the joke. That's it. So yeah, my last name's not Cromwell, which is why it's definitely not Cromwell. All right, next hearing.
Versus Akiba Tucker.
Good afternoon,
Carol Lucas
Judge.
on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay, Mr. Tucker. Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay, I think. We'll see. Okay, you were supposed to get me an answer. That was a while back. Where
Yeah.
are we now? That's
So you're
what
on
I
last
needed.
week when we were here, all the ductwork had been completed and the issue was then the furnace had a crack. So the landlord had to replace the furnace, which the landlord did replace the furnace.
Yes.
And at this
All
point,
right.
we're asking for entry of a judgment.
All right. How much is owing?
Your Honor, rent to retain is $6,037.02. Court cost $200. The total bill is $6,237.02 minus any escrow that Ms. Tucker would have placed with the court.
Which is $990. All right. Ms. Tucker, how are you going to get that paid?
Yeah, so
Thank you.
it was interesting. You just mentioned the court office for the previous individual. I actually finally got to speak with an attorney. I've actually been advised to take this to trial due to the circumstances of this case that I have not been able to discuss with you, unfortunately, but I've been advised to take this to trial.
I would ask the court what the tribal issues are, because at this point, every single repair has been done.
I have no problem sharing that if I can do that now.
You guys want to know a little bit about the inside of my head? So I've been watching court for a long time now. Not a ton of landlord-tenant cases. I personally don't really like them unless there's a lot of drama in them. I just find majority of them are just boring. But yeah, these, when there's a lot of drama in them, then yeah, I find them entertaining, which is why I'm playing them. But that phrase, there's no tribal issues. For the longest time, and you guys can laugh, you guys can make fun of me, tribal. I wasn't thinking of a different, trial. I was thinking tribe. Like, why are they saying no tribal issue? What does this have anything to do with tribes? That's what I thought for a while. That's what I thought. And yeah, once I put it together, I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. I don't know why I'm sharing this story, but I thought it was funny, so I figured I'd share it to everybody else. All right, let's continue.
Go ahead. Give it to me.
Okay. I called and talked to Amy yesterday, and I informed her that I had to see, I've seen my doctor and I've seen the emergency room physician. I have not spent a single night in my home since June because of the conditions of the apartment with the not ventilation and all these different things. My asthma was exasperated to a level I could not even stay in my own house. I had only gone there to shower.
Hold on. Are you going to have an attorney represent you?
Yes, sir. They just said I had to do this part first.
Who is going to represent you?
I don't have her name. The lady that was at the place on Washington. I have to find her. I got her card.
Your Honor, this is
somewhere.
like the
don't-
fifth hearing and there's no appearance filed by an attorney.
I know.
Well, I was just able to get an attorney, ma'am, because I tried to go through legal services and I didn't have any luck. So I actually had to go outside of that to get assistance because I have proof for everything that I am stating here. I just don't have.
But Your
any way to
Honor, an answer
put
was
it out there.
filed. There was nothing put in there that she wasn't that it wasn't habitable and she wasn't sleeping in the unit. So this is all new. And I said last week, I was concerned.
That's because
that
I didn't understand that I could put that there.
Issues.
I can prove all this going back to there with documentation from my doctor. I was not aware that I could put that there. I have never been a part of eviction before. I thought the only thing I was supposed to do was list the repairs. That's what I did. So I didn't get a chance to speak up until now.
How much is monthly rent?
$1,350, Your Honor.
No, I'll tell the story after this clip. If you want me to, I'll tell the story. It's kind of funny. Real quick, I just got a super chat from MB. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, let's go.
What was it? 1,000?
350. And she hasn't complied with the escrow order as far as
Because
I
I,
don't believe.
have not been able to work due to my asthma, which I haven't been able to tell you guys because you won't let me talk ever.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. You want a trial on this? We'll have a trial on it.
Thank you, sir.
You haven't complied with the escrow order since September because you didn't comply with the October order, which you said you were gonna get in on
Yes,
October
sir, but I
20th.
haven't-
You said you were gonna put that in.
Yes, sir.
So,
I'm
and
paying
you
with
didn't
my
put it in,
federal
you didn't
benefits.
put it in, ma'am. You didn't put it in.
This is
So,
why I'm asking for a trial
because
date.
you
This
haven't
is-
complied with that, I'm gonna grant your trial, but you better come with your stuff.
Oh, I got everything.
No, quick.
I'm ready.
November 7th.
And Ms. Luckoff, will you be available November 7th?
Let me check, Your Honor. Oh, boy. What time?
What time would work for you? Because
I mean,
it's
I
an
can-
immediate, I'll work with you on that because I know you weren't expecting a trial, so.
Thank you. I could. Anytime after, well, I have to get up there. So I would say, yeah, 1 second. Let me see how many cases are up on this one. Ooh, can we do it in the afternoon? Or would you, I mean, I can get someone to cover something else if it's better for the court. to do it.
We could do 2:00. Will that
Okay.
work?
Yes.
Let me check that. That's November 7th.
November 7th, 2023, 2 p.m. In person.
Sounds amazing.
So, Your Honor, just so we're clear here on the issues, because all of the repairs have been done. So what exactly are we going to trial on?
She's indicating that that the unit wasn't habitable, wasn't able to
Absolutely.
reside there.
That's what's
So I'm
not, that was not
presuming
in
we're
the
gonna have,
answer. Oh,
well,
okay.
but hold on. I'm presuming we're going to have something outside of hearsay testimony regarding what a doctor said. I'm presuming we're going to have bills. She's going to have to come through with everything. If she doesn't come through with everything, I have no problem issuing a judgment that day. But if
And
she
is she
wants to
going to
raise these issues,
Go ahead.
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, is she going to provide this to me before the court hearing? This information?
Yes. So, ma'am, any written
Uh-huh.
documentation that you have needs to be supplied to plaintiff's counsel by November 2nd.
Am I
So
able to
Thursday,
email
you
these
have to
things?
get copies of whatever you intend to produce to the court to plaintiff's counsel by November 2nd.
Okay, am I able to email this to her or do I need to walk it down like I had to do the other ones to her office?
You can email her. I think you have the
Okay.
email address.
Yeah, I just need that information, and I will gladly provide her all my documentation. It's a lot though, so I'm just warning you.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else, folks?
Nope. Thank you, Judge.
Well, Your Honor, actually,
Yeah.
I'd like to have some money put in escrow. I mean, this is just, she just gets a free ride here. I don't understand why nothing's,
Oh, I got a free
What I'm
ride.
giving is an immediate trial. I've
Okay.
got about $1,000 in escrow, and that's why I'm setting a trial date so quick. And why
Okay.
we were going to set it for the 20th, but I'm setting it for the 7th.
okay,
Okay.
understood.
Good.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Appreciate it. You have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Only 2 cases, but not 2 easy
It-
ones.
No. And I did get the email regarding the meeting.
All right. I like how she ended with, "Oh, I've got a lot of paperwork. I'm going to be sending you a lot." Yeah, your 10 pages of paperwork, if you have 10 pages, is not a lot. She's an attorney. She's going to read that in about 30 seconds. And then she's going to have a strategy to beat you in about the next 30 seconds. All right. So No and No got threatened by Judge On. Was it On? Yeah, I think that's who it was. He got threatened he threatened to send the marshals after him. Wasn't anything terrible. I think this was when Judge On first started reading the comments on YouTube. He started like a month or two ago. He actually started reading them, and after his docket, he'll call a few people out, just say a few things. And No was just critiquing him on the bonds he was giving. And I don't remember specifically, but there was a couple people in a row that were just not good people, and No just kept critiquing him, like, "No, you don't give him PR bond. Do not reduce his bond. He did this to this person," and that's what it was. And after the docket, Judge On just said, "No, you. I don't remember what he said. Like, I will call the marshals on you, the Texas marshals on you." But he was angry. Judge On was angry, but that's the story. The Rangers, yeah. Why am I saying marshals? Texas Rangers. Oh man, it's already been a long day. It's only 6. The Texas Rangers. Thank you, No. But yeah, that's the story. But yes, our very own No and No got threatened by Judge On with the Texas Rangers. Yeah, and he's gonna act like a hard ass now, but he was nervous for about, I'm gonna say about 4 hours. He came running to me. He's like, "What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?" He was hiding behind me and wanted me to protect him. So I had to puff my chest up and protect the little guy. Yeah, you deserve that. No. All right, next one. All right, so next, we're in Judge Simpson's court pretty much this entire video. There's one video that we're in Reno. The rest were in Judge Simpson's court. The next one is from last week, and it's a little palate cleanser. This is a happier video. All right, let's go.
Glencoe Hills versus Malik. Is it Bogard?
Yes,
And-
present.
And Joshua Anderson.
Marissa Gazari appearing from plaintiff.
All right. Bogart, I had a claim of $317.87 at the last hearing. Is that what we still have, or?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, it was
All right.
paid.
When did you pay it?
I'm his mom. I apologize. He travels with Eastern Michigan. He's a football player, but I ended up paying it last night.
And the individual on the phone also contacted our office. We have not yet heard back from our client whether that regarding confirmation of that payment. So if you want to adjourn it for 1 week.
Yeah, I'll adjourn it out. And your mom on this?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't watch the game. Did they win last week?
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yes.
All right. Well, I just had to deal with something important. That's what I needed to know. All right. What position does he play?
Defensive end.
Good man. And he's not small.
No. He's
Okay.
6'7",
All right.
6'7", almost 300 pounds.
That's about my size. Okay, not, but okay.
I do also have the screenshotted recorded of the payment of the confirmation number and stuff also.
Okay, it's okay, ma'am. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn it out to October 27th, 2023 at 12 noon. That payment, I believe you, is that it went in. They just have to get it on there, and if it does, it'll be dismissed. Okay.
I had to throw that up there, John, just so it's stuck now in the YouTube land forever. You're never going to be able to say you didn't say that. All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Go Eagles. Court calls the case.
All right. And the last two clips were the last two clips from last night's video that froze. Again, sorry. Sorry that I, tried to make things better but made things worse. So these are the last two clips. I know a lot of you were there last night and you've seen them already. Or no, you didn't see them already, but you heard them already. But now we get to watch them. All right, let's go.
Good morning, sir. Morning. We're here in 23 CR 09572. You were charged with petty larceny. You had a chance to speak with Ms. Mayhew at the beginning of these proceedings, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Mayhew, what's going on?
Your Honor, he wants to plead not guilty and set it for trial.
That is a perfectly valid choice. Mr. Powell Simpson, then, for the record, to the charge of petty larceny, how do you plead?
To be honest, I wasn't of prior knowledge that I was even under that charge or them circumstances. So my question to you, sir, is as far as petty larceny, I wasn't never informed that I was here for that. I thought I was only here for a parole violation.
Well, I've got you here in 23 CR 09572. Looks like maybe there was an incident down at a Kentucky Fried Chicken back on the 6th of June. Did you have a chance to talk about, so I understand that maybe you thought you were going to proceed on just a violation hearing, but you actually have an underlying petty larceny case. Do you understand that now, sir?
Right. Absolutely.
And I heard that you intended to plead not guilty and have the matter set out for further proceedings. Is that still how you want to proceed?
Well, to be totally honest with you, sir, so I'm sitting here for that. And what else am I sitting here for?
I just have you on the new petty larceny charge, and I don't know if the city is going to be asking for any proceedings on the suspended sentence. Let me hear from
I think we just became best friends.
the city.
Your Honor, if his intent is to still plead not guilty, I'm sorry, I'm not following what's happening.
Well, I'm not entirely sure either. I think he's trying to get the lay of the land. So if you were to enter a plea other than not guilty, if you were to enter a plea, is the city looking at revoking? Is the city looking at any sort of other consequence, or would we just be proceeding for sentencing on this charge?
Thank you, Your Honor. So what I would be asking for, because I don't show any history with our court, I understand there's something else going on, but I don't have access to that criminal history. I would be asking for a suspended sentence and that he be required to pay those $200 back to KFC.
Okay. So, Mr. Powell Simpson.
Sounds fair to me, sir. Guilty. Sounds fair to me.
Okay, sir, hold on. I'm not quite ready to take your plea yet, because
right.
The fact that we don't have your case means that your case is in another system, and I have no way of knowing what impact you entering a guilty plea in this matter would have on that case. And I need you to understand that, so you know what the city's going to ask for, and I'll hear from Ms. Mayhew before I impose a sentence.
I totally understand.
Now that you know what you're looking at with the city, sir, I'm talking now. Hold on just a moment.
Yes, sir.
Sir, thank you.
I hear you.
I need you to understand that you may face collateral consequences in another court before you decide how to plead. Do you understand that, sir?
Right.
All right, then, Ms. Mayhew, do you have any concerns?
Your Honor, that's fine. He's talking about a parole hold out of Clark County. So even if we dispose of this case, he's still going to be in custody.
Perfect. Okay. Sir, do you understand the lay of the land now?
My plea of guilt is guilty because I'm still doing time no matter what. I mean,
okay, so
so I might as well go ahead and do that, right?
Sir, I can't give you advice on what you should do.
No, what I'm
You
saying to
understand the
you,
lay of
sir,
the
what
land
I'm saying
and
to you as a man, I'm not asking you what I should do. I'm telling you what I'm about to do. So I'm telling you my plea of guilty is guilty. I don't have to ask you what's your opinion, what I should do. I understand that. Okay, okay, hold on. I'm not done talking. Out of respect, please. So what I'm saying, I'm telling you, I understand what you're saying, sir. You're saying that there's not a for sure thing that is going to turn out, the outcome is going to turn out what the lady is saying. The best outcome could possibly happen in this moment could be I pay the fine back and a plea, and they figure out, okay, he didn't do it, let him out. Sir, everybody would want that to happen, right? I understand that may not happen. So I'm gonna still go ahead and plead guilty anyways, because I'm just sitting here looking stupid. Feel me? So whatever come with that, I ain't got time for games. I'm gonna plead guilty, sir.
okay.
He's making himself look stupid all by himself. It's not him just sitting there.
All right. I'm going to accept your guilty plea. Let me hear from the city. Suspended sentence, $200 restitution. What was the scope of the sentence you were seeking?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm going to ask for 60 days suspended for 1 year, obey all laws, no contact order with KFC, and that he be required to pay $200 in restitution.
Ms. Mayhew.
Your Honor, I'd ask for time served. He's got other cases down in Clark County. He's not getting out.
I am give me a moment. I want to read a few things real quick. Okay. I'm going to order as follows. First, I'm going to enter a 30-day suspended sentence for a period of 1 year on the conditions that if you are able to be released, you will obey all laws and you will have no contact with the Kentucky Fried Chicken located at 5890 South Virginia. I'm also going to order that you repay $200, which is the restitution amount indicated in this case. That's going to be court order. Thank you.
I assume that he worked there. How else do you steal $200 from KFC without robbing the place? I mean, technically, if you work there, well, if you work there and you take the money, isn't that technically embezzling? It's not technically stealing. I think that's how it works. But yeah, I think he stole from a cash register is what my guess is. Hey, Walter, welcome. I hope he likes Popeyes. I have the best chat ever. All right, last one. We're headed back to Judge Simpson. I hope you guys aren't sick of Judge Simpson yet. I do want to say something real quick. Mimi, are you here? I have an important message for Mimi because I feel really bad. She sent me a really sweet super chat this morning. It was early this morning, and I didn't see it. And I did a video this morning, and she was there for that video, and I didn't see the super chat till after the video. So, but I don't want to thank her unless she's here because it was really sweet. So if I see her name, I'm going to pause it and thank her personally. But last clip. All right, last clip.
Court does call the case of the People versus Tiffany Edwards.
David I. Goldstein appearing on behalf of the defendant.
And Miss Edwards, you can state your name.
Lee Chicken is fucking awesome.
I couldn't get my phone off of mute. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Goldstein.
Your Honor, my client and I did have an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report in this matter. I only have one comment with regard to the recommendation. It's factually correct, Your Honor. The only thing I would say is that part of the recommendation is that she be doing an anger management class. Your Honor, this is her first criminal contact with the criminal justice system. There are circumstances surrounding this matter relating to prior contacts and her knowledge of the complainant in this matter. My client accepts responsibility for what she did, but there are circumstances that suggested why it happened. And I don't think she really has an anger problem. It was just a very unusual circumstance. And I'm asking the court not to impose that portion of the recommendation.
So
And you're
I should impose it on David.
Oh, I
It
probably
just-
need it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Yes, Ms. Pilera.
Yes, I just wanted to make the court aware that the victim, Alexander Cronin, is present and he would like to address the court.
All right, very good.
Oh, he wants to address the
where
court
is-
already.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe in justice, that is reciprocity and proportionality. I think there's absolutely nothing proportional about Mrs. Edwards.
All right. Sorry to pause in the middle of him talking. We heard this last night. For those of you that didn't see it last night, I'm sorry. But I want to watch Tiffany during this guy's thing. I know it was frozen last night, so you didn't see it, but watch her face during this guy's talking. You need to focus on her. All right. Again, sorry.
Possibly serving 365 days in jail if she violates her probation. And I ask that the court max out any jail sentence for a probation violation at 30 days, given the minor nature of her crime. I also ask that she not be sentenced to more than 6 months of probation in an effort to teach Mrs. Edwards that love and kindness do exist, and that she not fear an overly punitive world. Furthermore, I think there's nothing proportional about depriving Mrs. Edwards of her legal right to defend herself through lethal force by bearing her to possess firearms in the event that somebody attacks Mrs. Edwards during her probation term. This means that she would have to balance protecting her life with violating probation and breaking the law, which I think is an incredibly unjust position to put her in. Again, especially when looking at the nature of the crime. Lastly, I ask that the court help me obtain court footage from Tiffany's day of pleading so that I may
I'm
use it
sorry?
to.
Say, you
I
got to
said
start on that one again.
Lastly, I ask that the court please help me obtain the court footage from Tiffany's day of pleading so that I may use it to defend myself against the frivolous PPO she filed against me that same day. Amongst the lies she used to get the PPO are statements that I interrupted the court so much on her day of pleading, October 11th, that the proceedings had to be halted, and that I was escorted out by police, neither of which occurred, as can be seen on the video footage. I have sent a request for the video footage and request for transcript to your court recorder so that I may defend myself against these allegations, as I didn't so much as sneeze during the court proceedings. And I ask that the court please provide this service to me for free because I'm indigent and ought not to be held responsible for Tiffany's actions. Your Honor, I ask politely that you please request the surveillance footage in the hallway and lobby to be released to me and or Judge Slay at the 22nd Circuit Court so I may prove I had no police contact, to show evidence of Mrs. Edwards' lies, and to defend myself against her fraudulently filed PPO. The sheriff's office has informed me that they will not release the footage without your Honor's request. The court's assistance on this matter and restitution payments from Edwards would suffice to make up for this matter. I'm willing to forgive Mrs. Edwards.
A guy who asked why can't he super chat. I don't know how to say your name. Is it Michigan? It's MI. I don't know if that means Michigan. I was demonetized, so you can no longer become a member or send super chats to me. But my link tree is in the description. If you want to send a super chat, I will read. If you want to send a message with a super chat, I'll read it out. I'm not very good at reading them during the streams usually, but I'll get to them for the next stream, and I'll wait to see you when you're here to call you out. Is how I've been doing it. I feel like it's better flow for the videos, so I don't have to pause it like I'm doing now. All right, sorry.
Ready then. Is that it? Okay, let me, I guess, first deal with the issue of her possession of firearms, ammunition, weapons. It's a standard part of any sentence. And the court is going to impose that sentence. To the extent you are asserting that it might be a violation of any Second Amendment rights that would accrue to Ms. Edwards, I would just indicate to you that you don't have standing to raise that. Secondly, with regard to the jail time, while you may like that limited, that is something, particularly in reference to it being a suspended sentence, that is solely within the court's discretion as to that. Your statement that she might be subject to 365 days in jail may be true, may not be true. I don't presume, maybe as you do, but I do not presume that in any way Ms. Edwards is going to violate the terms of her probation, which would make what you're stating null and void. I don't believe that at any point with Ms. Edwards and many defendants that I sentence that I'm going to have to impose any jail time. So I would think that any objection you have, also noting that you don't have standing to raise that objection, any objection that you have to that is certainly premature and not ripe for any decision regarding this or from this court. I think there was another issue, but I don't think it bears, well, you're talking about the proportionality of her sentence. Again, I don't know that you may have a say in it, but I also don't think that you can raise that. She has counsel, very able counsel, who has not thought that the sentence, if I impose it as recommended by probation, is disproportional to the offense as it has occurred, with the exception of the one issue that Mr. Goldstein raised, and that being the anger management portion of the sentence. So I think in that regard, I've addressed all of the things in regard to the sentence. In regard
Your Honor,
to,
Your Honor, if I may clarify with regard to that last point, the length of probation was part of the plea agreement. It's a 1 year deferred sentence. I don't think he knows that. That's why I mentioned that.
Well, yeah, right. And he's raised it, but again, I don't know that he can question it, but the court's going to impose what the agreement was that was worked out with regard to the plea. Thank you, Mr. Goldstein, on that.
Your Honor, I was not aware that it was a deferred sentence, and I understand that all of the decisions will be up to the court. I do have another proceeding that I need to attend to. I hope that the court can help me with my request for the surveillance footage, as I will be able to use it.
Sir, you've raised that, and I'm about to address it. But if you have something else you want to address or say to the court, go ahead, and then it'll be my turn.
Well, no, I need to show up for another Zoom meeting, so I will have to leave at this point. And I'm asking.
This is your specific request regarding footage, and I'll make it brief. If you are in a proceeding before Judge Slay, and you raise that before her, then Judge Slay would have the ability, as I would, to order the sheriff's department to produce it.
Okay, thank you.
Where you want it, what you want it for is not my proceeding.
Understood.
So it is not proper to raise that before me. With regard to a request for a transcript or a request of the video, Miss W, have we received a request from you?
I received something from Ms. Busick today from Mr. Cronin.
So my staff is extremely efficient. They can work very fast in terms of what they can do. But my recorder just received the request today. She has been with me all day. I can just tell you it will be done pursuant to the request if the request is proper. Not today.
Totally understood. And that'll be just fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Take care.
KCC, KCC came into my chat last night when the video was frozen, and now she's coming back into the exact same video, but it's not frozen. So KCC, welcome. Thank you for coming. But I promised everyone last night that I would play the last 2 clips of my video again, not frozen. So that's why I'm playing this again. But it's good to see you, KCC. I think you're a mod. I'm not sure, but if you're not, I'm in Streamlabs, so I can't, or StreamYard, so I can't mod you from here. Can someone drop KCC's channel if she's not a mod? I can't see on this side.
And Your Honor, I just wanted to bring to the court's attention.
You too? Go
yes,
ahead.
me
What?
too. That Mr. Kronig has not provided documentation of his requested restitution. So I'm asking that the court, and that's part of the recommendation, that a restitution hearing be set because I have no supporting documentation for what he's asking for.
Your Honor, could I ask for a slight adjustment in Ms. Pallara's request, which is that not that a hearing be set, but that a hearing be set.
No, you can't.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
No.
I was just simply going to say, Judge, rather than setting a hearing, we set a hearing if he makes a request. He mentioned restitution, so he's obviously aware of it.
Well, Mr. Goldstein, he did send a request to me. However, I need something.
Documentation.
Yes.
Right. No, I understand, Ms. Pallara. I'm simply saying, if you receive that documentation, then we can set a hearing if necessary. But if he has not sent it in.
I get that, Mr. Goldstein, but something tells me, and I don't know all about this case, but I know what I've read and what I've heard. But it seems to me that if Ms. Pallara follows that course, I'm going to have a restitution hearing in 2025. I would rather set the date, it be done.
Okay.
In almost circumstance of you got to put up or shut up.
Understood,
I guess
Judge.
that's the way I'm going to view that. So,
okay, not a problem.
So that's why Ms. Pallara is very wise in that regard. All right. Ms. Edwards, I don't know if I asked you, do you have any, because it seems so long ago, do you have anything to say before I impose sentence?
I actually don't. No.
Wow.
I'm just so ready for this to all be over. The guy
Me
is
too.
so impulsive. I'm just ready to go on with my life. Yeah.
Judge, let me say for her, both of us, I think, were prepared to talk about the complainant, but given what he said to the court about the sentencing, I think we're both better off keeping our mouths shut and just leave it at that.
Did something happen? What happened, Mary? Yeah, what happened? I've never seen a message like that. So yeah.
It's great how people learn. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. It's a sentence of the court. I'm going to place you 12 months prosecutor deferred sentence. You are to pay $655 fines and court costs, $360 probation oversight fees. Ma'am, when can that be paid?
May I have 90 days?
In jail? No.
No, to pay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't know what you were asking me for. All right. Yeah. Ma'am, here's what I'll do. Pay it by the end of the year, the 31st of December, 2023. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete 25 hours of community service as directed by probation. I am not going to order the anger management. And my reason for not doing so is in part.
Rumor has it she's moving to London. Hear someone's buying you a dress and you're moving out to London? I heard a rumor.
What Mr. Goldstein has said, but also because I was here that day on the plea. I recall specifically what happened in the courtroom. And I do not believe, based upon what the court saw, that it was this defendant's doing that had her wait to try to get out of the courtroom or anything, and that she conducted herself appropriately, not only for a court setting, but just quite frankly, as a human being that day. She didn't do anything. And I agree with Mr. Goldstein that I do not believe that there is an anger issue on her part. She might learn something from how to respond to people who sort of push one's buttons. I'll put it that way in the colloquial sense. But I don't think an anger management class does that. So I'm not ordering that.
Thank you.
There is to be no contact with Alexander Cronin, whatever his last name, directly or indirectly. No assaultive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. I am going to order no possession of any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. I will schedule a restitution hearing, and I am going to set that for November 8th, 2023, at 9 a.m. in person.
Judge, I just have a question. So I don't feel like he was prepared today. I think that he had enough time to come with his documentation.
If it's 44 degrees in Florida, that's cold. That's cold. If you're going to move to Florida, you got to start using the real temperature. It's not 44 degrees. 44 degrees is, let's see, 44 times 1.7 plus 32. Yeah, that's warm. That's warm. So it's over 100, or was that? I don't know. But I just did the formula in my head, but I didn't actually complete the formula. But yeah, so if you're gonna move to Florida, you got to figure it out. Also, Mary, I saw what you wrote. I don't want to highlight it on the screen. I didn't see that, and I know him personally, and I really hope that was taken out of context, because I don't see him saying something like that. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm not saying that. I just want to see it for myself too before I say anything. But if what you said is true, that is extremely shocking and terrible. But I need to see it for myself. But if you want to, I don't know, if you want to email me and Discord me, I don't know, get a hold of me somehow and tell me exactly where you saw it. I can reach out to him and figure out what happened, but I know him, and I just don't see him doing that. I really don't. I'm not defending. All I'm saying is I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I'm not on either side. All I'm saying is I don't know, and I'm not going to jump to conclusions because of the fact I know him. So I just really hope that there's some kind of miscommunication somewhere is what I'm hoping for. All right, let's finish it. There's like 2 minutes left of this. So I'm going to end my commentary here now and let it run out. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Also, probably going to go. I have a lot of footage that I'm trying to go through. Obviously, you've seen a lot of videos come out on my end. I'm trying to clear out my folder. I've got a lot. So most likely having another video tonight. KCC's here. I don't like overlapping her, so I try not to. But she goes live every single night. So sorry, KCC, it happens. But yeah, I will most likely have a video later tonight. I've got a really good one from today. It's a tough subject. It's a not child custody. It's a child support case, but it is wow. It is wow. So that's what I'm looking to play for tonight. Also got a good Shackelford clip, and I found a really good clip of Shackelford before she was a judge, when she was an attorney. Oh, it's going down tonight. It's going down. So please stop by. It's probably gonna be around 9:30, somewhere around there. I'm gonna try to go around the other streamers tonight as best I can. So I'm still on a flex schedule right now. But yeah, enjoy the rest of this clip and hope to see you tonight. And again, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Till next time, bye.
He came with everything else, so I'm not for sure why he wasn't prepared today and sent everything over to Miss Teresa like he should have. And I think we're just kind of wasting the court time at this point.
That I'm wasting the court's time?
No,
Or this
that
whole
we are,
sentencing?
that this case, not you. No.
Okay. Look, I hear you. Okay. I have individuals that when there's an issue of restitution, sometimes they get the information to us, sometimes they don't. We give them the opportunity to get the information to. As I said to your attorney, I'm going to set a date. You may be right that he should have gotten it over, but my feeling is I'm going to set a date. It's going to be put up, shut up, and I'll deal with it at that moment. And then everybody can hold their peace at that point. I'm just going to make the call. All right?
Got it.
All right, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I was logging off. This video's almost over, and then John just dropped one. John, you crazy person, waiting for those Texas Rangers. Thank you so much. That is incredibly generous. Incredibly generous. You're awesome, John. I'm not gonna say how much you dropped, but I very much appreciated it. You have the new record. You have the new record. And I was looking for Mimi because she broke my record, and then you just broke it. Thank you so much, John. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Yeah, you do that, I will stop the video for you. All right, now I'm leaving. John, again, thank you so much.
Anybody else in this sentencing want to tell me how to do my job?
Oh, Mimi's here now. Everyone, might as well just cancel the video now. Let me pop back up here. Mimi, are you? Hey, are you? There's two Mimis. Are you the Mimi that Cash Apped me this morning? I don't know if it's you or if it's the other Mimi. And I don't want to say your name. Is that the Mimi I'm looking for? Is that the, this is why I hate StreamYard. I don't even know what's going on in the video anymore. I think most people already left. I really hope this is the Mimi because I think it was. I think this is the Mimi I'm looking for, but I have to wait because it's delayed. So I'm waiting for. You're saying hi. I see that, but are you the Mimi that super chatted me this morning? The Mimi that I didn't see the super chat. KCC, hush. This is the Mimi and John show right now. Yes, all right, Mimi, you are amazing. I want to tell you that made my day. I had a really rough afternoon, and I saw that. And the first thing I felt was, oh my God, you sent this at 9:30 a.m. my time. You sent it at 9:30. And you were in my last video, and I didn't see it. Truth be told, my Cash App was registered to my old phone number, and I changed it after I saw that. Like, why didn't I get a notification about this? So I changed my number. I'm going to get the notifications on that now, but I didn't see it, and I felt horrible. I felt guilty about it, but I had such a hard day today, and then I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, this is why I keep doing this. People do enjoy this, and Mimi, you made my day better. So, and I just want to let you know, I'm really sorry that I missed it for this morning's video, and I should have called you out this morning, but I didn't. So thank you so much. You are amazing. You did. The reason why I did a video today is because you gave me not the courage, but you lifted my spirits to do another video today. And now I'm going to do a third video because I watched court this afternoon instead of just throwing in the towel and going for a run and playing video games all night. So, all right. Now, let's finish the video since I'm now just, on my soapbox. Mimi and John, both of you, amazing. I appreciate it. Does anyone even remember what clip we're watching? I think Judge Middleton is yelling at someone picketing out front. All right, let's go.
Because
Judge Simpson.
I'm biting my lip. Let me finish this sentencing. So that will be an in-person hearing on that day. I will Can we do that date in person? Of course we can. All right. And then that will be at 3 p.m. on that date, on November 8th. I'll set a review hearing in this matter to be held October 9th, 2024 at 9 a.m. I will order, because I can, 365 days in jail that is suspended. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Tiffany-
Have a good one.
You're welcome.
Tiffany, call me if you have any questions, okay?
Will do. Thank you, Goldstein and Teresa. Bye-bye.
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 Bye bye.